Hey guys, it's Neil again from Heart of Texas Armory. Today I want to bring you guys a video review of one of my favorite EDC blades, and it's this Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight. So join me today and find out my complete thoughts on this really cool and capable knife from Spyderco. And before we get too far into this review, I quickly want to let you guys know I do have these for sale at my website, so you can see it right here, and I have a $15 off coupon code, so use coupon code MANIX2. You'll save $15 off the price, get it down to $90, which for this particular model, that's a really good deal. Remember, this one has the blacked out blade, and this is the lightweight. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these, or any other knife, or any other firearm accessory, definitely head over to my website, heartoftexasarmory.com, and check them out. So taking a look at the specs here, the Spyderco Manix 2, we'll start off with the basic dimensions. So overall length here, you're looking at 8 inches, so a decent sized blade overall. Closed, we have 4.66 inches, and we have a blade length of 3.37 inches, so a decent sized blade. But what's really cool about this blade and what makes it such a awesome EDC blade is it only weighs 3 ounces. And they're able to get that lightweight here because it uses Spyderco's FRCP, fiber reinforced polymer handles here. And that polymer has this really nice bi-directional pattern into it. You can see it right there, how it radiates out of the Spyderco logo there. That grip is exceptional. So no matter where you grab this thing, you're going to have excellent grip. So that FRCP handle material leads to that very lightweight. Now the steel here is a CTS BD1 steel, which is a very nice EDC steel. It's going to be comparable with VG10, maybe slightly outperform it. It's not a super steel, but it does hold an edge really nice. It's easy to sharpen, which is important for an EDC blade, in my opinion, and it's corrosion resistant. So just a real nice steel choice for your money here. The clip here is the awesome Spyderco wire clip, and it is ambi. It is only tip up, but so you cannot run tip down, but you can switch it to the other side if you want, which is nice. We do have a full flat ground here on the blade, which is of course nice, and the thickness of the blade is rather thin, of only 0.125 inches, so very, very thin blade, which makes this an excellent slicer. And then the lock type here is Spyderco's ball bearing lock, which is a really cool lock, similar to the Axis lock from Benchmade, but has that little Spyderco touch put on it here, so it's a little different, but it performs comparable. And the last thing we'll mention here is that this is made in the USA. These models here are made in Golden, Colorado, and anything that comes out of that factory is going to be high quality, so expect no less here. This blade is very nice. So some of the things I really like about the Manix 2 is just the overall size of it. This knife here can handle just about anything you would throw at it. So it is almost a full-size folding knife, but it carries like a small knife because of that light weight. So really cool knife. The Manix 2 also comes in G10, which that one's quite a bit heavier. You should be seeing the weight of that one on the screen now. And that is a really nice knife as well, but I do like this FRCP lightweight version here. So that is a huge bonus for me. I also like the steel that they use on this, the CTS BD1. I already mentioned it. It's just a great EDC steel. And the coating here you see on this blacked out version, that is a DLC coating, so very durable. You can see it's held up really nice. I've had this knife for probably about 2 months now, and I've carried it maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm using it constantly, and that coating has held up beautifully. Of course, being a Spyderco, it came extremely sharp from the factory, and it's very easy to touch up this BD1 steel. I use the Spyderco Sharp Maker, and it works beautifully. But some of the other things I like, that grip is just spectacular. So that bi-directional grip, wherever you grab this knife, you just get an excellent grip. You can see kind of how they angle there, and it just bites into your hand. It's not uncomfortable to use, but it's just very grippy. So I love that the grip that this knife has. You can see it also has really good jimping here on the blade, so you can choke up and rest your thumb up here. The jimping is well done there. They also have a finger troll here, which I love that on any knife I can get it. I like to have a finger troll because I like being able to choke up and it kind of gives you a little buffer, because say if you close this thing with your finger in the way of the blade, like I have my finger right here, when you close it, that finger choil is going to prevent your hand from getting sliced open like some blades that go all the way to the back without a finger choil. So I do like that as well. Of course, this is made the US here. This is made in Golden, Colorado, and that's a huge bonus as well. And then the last thing I'll mention here that I really like about the Manix 2 is it's just fun to play with, because it has that ball bearing lockup right here, which is a very strong lockup, but it allows you to flick it open like you're seeing I'm doing here, and then flick it closed, kind of like a Benchmade Axis lock. Works really good. The Axis lock to me is a little more free hanging when you pull the tension off of it compared to the Spyderco ball bearing, but it does perform almost as good as an Axis lock, and it's a lot of fun to play with. So that was one of the main reasons I bought this knife, is because I wanted something that had an Axis style of lockup. So the ball bearing lockup here from Spyderco is really, really nice. As for the negatives, there's not a whole lot to report here. There's really only two I can think of. One is that this knife here it's difficult to take this knife apart to clean it. So you can see the construction here, these 3 rivets here, that prevents you from taking it apart like a normal folding knife you normally can, that's held together by like Torx heads or Allen screws. So this one here being riveted, you're pretty much set in stone. Now it's not a big deal, because you can easily clean out the interior of this with compressed air or even with water and then re-lubricate it. But I will mention, that is a slight negative. The G10 version of the Manix 2, you can take that one fully apart. So keep that in mind, that the lightweight ones here with the FRCP handles, usually you cannot take them apart. So that's a slight negative. And then the only other thing I'll mention that's a negative would be the size of it. Not a big deal to me, because I mentioned it carries kind of like a mid-sized knife because it's so lightweight. But if you're looking for a small knife, or if you're looking for a mid-sized knife, maybe the Manix 2 is probably not going to be your choice. But that's really the only 2 negatives that I can think of with this particular blade. And to wrap this video review up, the Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight is simply an incredible EDC blade. It's very capable. You can do just about anything you need a blade to do with this one, and it carries so nicely, weighing only 3 ounces. So well done. And of course, anything that's made by Spyderco is going to be very ergonomic. It's going to be well designed. You're going to have a lot of smart features like the Spidey hole, which most of you guys know how that works, but that is an incredible way to open up a knife. It's ambidextrous, works perfectly. You also have the wire clip on this model, which to me, the wire clips from Spyderco are probably the best pocket knife clips on the market. They're very comfortable. They don't tear up your pants. They have the perfect amount of tension, and they look cool, and they're lightweight. So just well done here. The FRCP handles are done perfectly, very comfortable and ergonomic. The grip on them is fantastic, as are the jimping on the blade. There's just a lot to like about this knife. So guys, if you want to pick up one of these, head over to my website. I do have them for sale. Definitely recommend these. This has become basically my go-to EDC blade for the last 2 months since I've had it, and I can definitely recommend them. So, and if you have any questions or comments on this particular blade, be sure to leave those down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all guys take care.